Got to think of that. Hi, everybody. Good. Everyone's in their spots. Their spots are in everyone.
Oh,
Um,
See a doctor about that if you got spots.
for real, yeah.
please.
Nice. Well, I'm gonna get my dice out while we chat a little. We
You're welcome.
finished the long 69-day journey up to Stone Fury Landing, having just arrived at the end of last session. Gosh, there's all sorts of stuff on the trail there. Catch previous episodes to see what it was if you missed it. And
Nothing
culminating.
nightmarish at all happened.
Yeah, definitely no psychic winds causing terrifying nightmares for everybody. Realistic nightmares. Um, no
Temporal
adorable
ghosts.
mouse folks. Yeah. um, and or no ghosts. Yeah. or elementals. Upon arriving at the city, everyone sort of taking in the initial sights of this city. This city, Stone Fury Landing, is very unique and interesting to me, anyway. In that, um, it is almost entirely submerged in high tide, and almost completely uncovered in low tide. There's many merfolk and tritons and other seafaring species that share the city with the land species. There's a lot of trade here, and then what feels like otherworldly goods and magics of the denizens of the depths. There's a twinned travel system of two arched corridor-like walking spaces that, like sidewalks, traverse the whole city. One corridor full of water, one corridor each sealed, the other full of air. Some households and businesses opt to stay full of water 24/7, others full of air, others mix it up as the tide comes and goes. Um, let's see. As we arrived last session, Eris had a vision, a huge wave crashing in. Um, Something huge, hundreds of feet, long in the distance and in the murky depths. Movement, the movement. Then I believe it was a glowing javelin that was sort of sinking down through the water and looking up. There were a number of um, Sahwagan creatures, one of which had an aquamarine stone, sort of a spray of black across it, as though it was struck and scorched by lightning, hanging from a small pendant on the chest. And then Fierce was sort of pulled back into the moment on the streets with everyone nearby just entering that city, looking out of the sprawling cityscape with a mixture of architecture you might be familiar with, but the materials used to build the city are fairly different to be resistant to the water.
Mm.
And architecture from the deep included as well. Um, everyone's soaking that in. Eris, you come back into this moment. And so I'll just pause here. We'll roll our DM inspo, and then I'll pass it over to you, Eris, to see, like, in case you have role play for that moment of coming back and stuff. Okay. Let's start. We'll go through reverse today. So, Sam, let me know what you get first.
20.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice. Power roll. Nice. Let's see. Lily, what'd you get? Just a DM inspo roll.
Oh,
One. Okay.
the
The
other
opposite
end of the
ends.
spectrum.
Yeah. Nice. Frank, how about you?
13.
13. All right, and Steph?
14.
14. Okay. And Warren?
Lily.
You got a Lily as well? Another
Mm.
one? Nice. Well, you and Lily get it. I rolled a 4. Um, yeah, you two are right there.
Nice.
Tied. Nice.
9 with a 1 sometimes is good.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. All right. With that, I'll turn it. Actually, let me get you some, maybe some harbor, um, ambiance here. There you go. And I'll
While
turn
he's
it over to
doing
you.
that, this is the creature, by the
Okay.
way.
Mm.
Interesting.
Yep.
Are they single?
Nice.
I mean, there was a group of them, so there's probably, knowing the odds, a single one among them.
Good to know. Good to know.
Nice. Yeah. All right, let me pass it over to you, Sam, to Eris, in case you have any role plays, you got to snap back in. If not,
First thing she does is she grabs her braid and she looks at the stone on the end of it.
Hashat looks similar, if not the
Oh,
same.
dang it. She's just gonna go, huh. Alright. Well. Alright, where do you guys want to go first? She'll just like let it go.
Food?
Food? You want
Oh, yeah.
homemade food or restaurant food?
Um, I mean, homemade food sounds great.
Cool, come meet my family.
Okay.
We don't know each other that well yet. Oh, okay. Okay, never mind. I understand now.
I wouldn't want to impose. I mean, they don't know we're coming. I mean, well, I would love to meet them, but if they, if it would be an imposition, then we could always seek a tavern or something.
Nah.
All right. I'm all for the
Mom loves
invitation.
cooking for everyone. She's one of those ladies who just enjoys cooking for an army. You should see how many times we have leftovers.
Kidding.
Okay. So heading to Mom's.
Heading to the Darton household.
Okay.
It's not underwater, is it?
Only sometimes.
Yeah, let's see what
Oh.
time of day it is, right? That's a really good. I think I have it here as 10:30 a.m. So we'll say that the tide is out for the most part currently. Around 1 in the afternoon, it'll probably be back. But mhm, mhm. Yeah. So you find your way through this. It's a very strong scent to the city. That ocean air, ocean water. It's delightful if you grew up near it. Like I absolutely love it, but it can be a little pungent too if you're not accustomed to it. Um, there's this ever so slight. You can hear the tide and the waves rolling in the distance. You feel this little bit of a push. Oh, walk. Just internally a little bit. You navigate through past all sorts of fun stuff in the city here. You see lots of different businesses, wonderful marketplace, some inns. Um, there's an apothecary here, a few temples. See a temple to Nakal of the Glowing Deep, a temple to Taikati. And those are the two
As
big
we
ones.
pass each one of those, Eris will toss and go in real quick, set in a gold piece for an offering in each of them.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, and you head down almost to the port area. You can see there's two large port buildings. And Eris, will probably tell you that One is for sort of the land side of things. The other is for the sea side, like incoming, outgoing. They coordinate with one another, but they have their own kind of procedures for what's allowed in, what's allowed out. So there's two separate harbor masters. See. All right, and you find your way down to the how do you pronounce it? Darten?
Darton.
Dart. Okay, nice. Yeah, you knock. It's a modest homestead. Why don't you tell us a little, actually, Eris, about like what the house looks like, size, comfort level, stuff like that.
Okay, so it's just kind of very much a fisherman's home. It's there's enough to house a few people, and it probably has a like its own little mini dock with their own boat right there on the shoreline. Um, it's definitely one of the oldest looking homes in the city, and it's got 2 stories, and plenty of windows. There's a section for hanging and repairing nets. There's an outdoor big old massive cooking pot, um, and around a seafoam green door that Eris will go and just push open. And inside is cozy. There is a fire a fire in the fireplace, and there's a kitchen area that has some what's the word, countertops, and an area for storing dried and salted meats, and a ladder going down into a cold storage area. Over to the right is a staircase leading up to the upper floors, and then further in is a living room that definitely gets submerged during the high tides. And yeah, and there's trinkets and knickknacks around, some very otherworldly, uh, and uh, you see a few preserved wood carvings of what looks like a of family of 5, and as the years progress, you can definitely tell one of them is Eris.
That's awesome. Crushed it. Crushed it. What a beautiful description. Thank you. That's amazing.
It's been a
Bravo.
while since I've had to do a description like that.
That's awesome. Yeah, your
Yeah, so
mom.
Eris will just push the door open and she'll just call out, "Mom, Dad, I'm home."
You hear little, oh, is that? Oh, a little excitement as they shuffle through the house. Nana and Imden are there, and they come hustling in. Gosh, let's see. Um, oh, no. Yeah, and your mom kind of pushes past your dad and shuffles over and give you a big
Give her a
hug.
big hug and go give Dad a big hug. And
It's, oh, well, welcome.
hope you don't mind. I brought some friends for dinner.
That's that's wonderful. Everyone in. Come on, man.
Come on in, guys.
Hello, welcome,
Oh, welcome. Wow, all
Ignatius.
right.
I'm sorry, Ignatius.
Pleasure. I'm Imden, and this is Dana, of course. Eris's mom and pop. And oh, there's more. Wonderful. Look at Eris. Made us wonderful friends.
You've got no idea. So Eris will introduce everybody and introduce her parents to everybody. And
Nice. Let's see. Do you want any of your siblings, either of your siblings, to be home?
oh yeah, where are the squirts? The
Ah,
little squirts.
nice. Um, Oh well,
Don't say anything, Warren. I
Nice.
realized what I said as it came out of my
That's
mouth.
awesome. Well, Karen's out. On a bit of an expedition. Sort of more of a charter. But,
Oh, he's old enough for that now.
yeah,
How long
yeah.
have I been gone?
They're all just keep growing. You'll they just keep growing. You all do. Um, Kaisel's out in town. She should be back soon. Maybe for oh, I don't know. She's in that phase where she, likes to come and go as she pleases. Little. um, I'm sure if she knew you were here, she'd be here. So we'll hope. But please, everyone for dinner then.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah, so you get nestled in. You can tell that they add another leaf to the table. Like they're a decent sized family already. They probably have, other people over, so they can accommodate. And your mom and dad start cooking in the kitchen, leaving all of you kind of set up, like relaxing in the living room. The loose pillows on the couch. Everyone gets,
I'm
comforted
gonna
in
go
their
help
chair.
cook.
Oh, okay, nice, nice.
Tell him about everything that happened.
Oh, that's awesome. Do you update your parents in the kitchen? Anyone else have anything they want to chat about while, like, in the living room, taking in the scenery of the living room?
They seem nice.
Yeah, seems like a nice family.
Why do you look suspicious, Azura?
No. Nice to be at home, I guess.
You seem really nice. Ash's stomach gurgles. Oh,
It's
It'll be good to be off rations.
mm. Yes, I'm
I think
really
Cher's an excellent cook. I think she's come a long way.
Indeed, yeah.
awesome. All right, you can smell some. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, please.
How many people do you think can sleep in this house?
Oh, no idea. I haven't seen the upstairs. I don't know. Do you think we're imposing?
3?
Yeah, I think that sounds right, Ash. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I stay in inns. I just didn't grow up living in buildings, so a little weird.
Wait, you've never lived in a building before? Like a house?
No, we moved around. We didn't stay in one place.
I'm not judging. That I'm sounds like an adventurous life.
Yeah, it does.
Possibly more exciting than being in the same house most of your life.
I think so, but I wouldn't want to offend Eris or her family. It's the city ways and country ways are different, I guess.
Mm.
Indeed, yes.
What about you, Ash? You lived in a big house or a small house, or does the Feywild not have houses?
Oh, we have houses. Well, I've also no, we have houses. I it's a bit big, I think. I mean, maybe by standards. There's a lot of room. Um, I had an attic upstairs that I had a little space in, but there was always several rooms not being used at a time.
Did it have a room full of books with a writing table?
Yes.
Nice.
Most of the time it was.
What about you,
Still-
Ignatius?
Oh.
Looks over at Ash. Well, hopefully we'll have some food soon. Um, we were. I mean, I grew up in my village and didn't spend too much time there because once, I mean, being a one-off, a fire genasi, nobody really knows what to do. So your child's a genasi. Nobody writes those books. So I was sent off to a monastery and to be educated and
Was the monastery home? Or was
for a
it
bit,
just a place?
just a place to uh, it was once these size be dealt with, uh, and it's where I learned my skills as a cartographer and orienteering and all that. Learned to like history, which is a monastery is a good place to pick up history. They seem to revere and in a ways protect history. Not everybody gets to you know gets the entire story, so to speak. It's kind of important to, if you witness something historic, to make sure it gets forwarded through the ages. At least that's the way I look at it.
It's important.
Certainly, certainly.
What about you two? Did you live in a house like this before everything? Referring to the sisters.
Oh, you're muted, Billy.
Was it the thing?
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Because my microphone hates me. Thanks.
And that look.
We lived in a monastery as well. I don't know where she lived after she died.
Falls over the living room. Sure. Literally answers the question. Nice. Iris, in the kitchen, your folks are kind of updating you on, whatever, you would like your brother and sister to have been up to in all this time. Let me actually check. I think, yeah, okay, yep, brother and sister. Okay. Yeah, Karen now 75. And Kaisel now the ripe age of 24.
It's
but-
Karan.
Oh, I'm so sorry. It's what?
Karan.
Karan. Is it not an
Karan.
N at the end?
No, that is Karan.
Okay, Karan. Okay, gotcha. All right,
Yeah.
thank you. Karan, and then
I
Kaisel.
didn't
24.
pick definitely weird names.
That's awesome. Yeah. They talk a little bit about is that Miley
Yeah, Miley and
and
Randall.
Randall? Okay, nice. Um, and they are both still in town, but let's see. Mm, yeah, I'll put it. I'll leave it at that for now. They still live here in town, and pop by from time to time.
I'll have to go say hi to
Check
them.
in. Yeah. Okay. Let's.
I'm gonna ask them about any weird occurrences that have happened because they live right there
Mm,
on the water line.
okay.
So she wants to know. She's like, yeah, we're here to kind of figure out what's going on. We're a real
Gotcha.
adventuring group now.
Hmm. Well, that's
Yeah.
that's wonderful. I mean, you seem a bit. I mean, even a little bit more fit and strong, carrying yourself a bit
You
wonderful.
know it. Oh, check this out. Check this out. And she'll show her bracer. Ready, and
All right.
boom, great axe.
Ah,
And wait, ready?
Wow.
all
And she'll
right.
twist it and then make it a trident, and then a long sword. And what do you think?
A bona fide magical item? That's
Hmm.
incredible. Well, that's the true sign of an adventurer.
Oh yeah, you know it.
Incredible.
Took forever to find it.
Mm-hmm. Well, as far as what we've heard, um, I think that what we've heard from uh, Bendir, down in the docks. That's the underwater port master. Um, because it's a bit out to sea. A little outside of the traditional trade routes for ships. A little more with I think it only affects one trade line up from continent up north. So it's not affecting land folks that much. But from what Findire says, there's definitely been some just odd stuff. Doesn't go in much detail with us. Seems a little disturbed by it. Some freezing waters, um, ice, great, just a shelf of ice on top of the ocean.
All the way down here.
Yeah, this it's a bit of ways from the city here, so I think it's out. I'm not sure. Sometimes when Vendera starts talking, he goes to exaggerate a bit, and it's hard to stay invested in conversation.
What? You have a hard time talking with Vindia? No, you don't say.
Yep, yep. We'll get stuck there
Who
for hours.
doesn't? Yeah,
um,
your morph is on the ball.
if you're looking to know more, you can ask Vendera. They live there at the harbor.
Uh,
Uh, yeah, but
yes, I'm very much looking forward to a conversation with them.
we'll offer up our prayers before you go down for a swift
Appreciate that.
conversation.
Could use them.
Well, should we serve this fine dinner?
Yeah.
Right.
So she'll plate up a few on like her hands and arms and just kind of go serve them around to her friends.
Nice. I'll be right there. And he kind of hustles out to the other room, and your mom's, helping you too, loading up, and you'll start dressing either the dining room area, like getting some extra chairs and stuff. And then your dad comes out and to bring the rest. So everyone finds your way to like this kind of cramped with this many people, but still comfortable table. With
It's
plenty of
cozy.
food. Yes, yes. Comfortable, cozy, lovely environment. delicious food. It's not just like here's some baked fish. It's a lot of local delicacy, kind of local interest foods put together in a meal here. But with lots of seafood.
Yeah, it's seafood. We catch it in the living room sometimes.
Nice, nice.
Makes it convenient.
Yeah.
Ash stumbles in. Oh, barely, no, barely made it. I'm just
I didn't
kidding.
think I was going to make it.
Nice. Yeah, you're all able to dig in. You get to pause me if anyone wants to do any role playing here. Like overview wise, small talk. You get to hear about Eris. Um, as dinner goes by, what Eris' dad went to go get was like the little sketches that they do, like instead of photos, like child photo sketches. Like here's a moment we captured when they called us South Bernadette, and
Oh, Dad. Yeah.
they're just super proud of Eris and
I
showing off
feel
all
like
the things.
Kethri would be into this.
Yeah, sure. Oh, no, close the door. Let me see. You have more? Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, and they're. Oh, yeah, but she won this competition and this competition when she was sister. They're just super, super proud
Oh.
of Eris. And tell us a bit about yourselves. How did you all meet?
A fly?
We had a job together, and we just kind of stuck together ever since.
Lovely, lovely.
Yeah, out of Zone High. We all met in Zone
Right.
High for the celebration.
A lot of that's a mining town, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mining. Lovely. All right. Well,
I don't know if news has gotten here, but there was a big kerfuffle.
it was. No,
Yeah,
do tell.
on the centennial.
Well,
Uh, hmm?
that's putting it mildly.
Yeah. A primordial. Easy for me to say.
Primordial.
Thank you, Ash. Decided to have a fight with another huge creature on the mountainside. Quite a thing to witness from the town.
Wild.
Damn.
Yeah,
And
it was
you
over.
did you witness? Were you close enough to witness this?
Well, from the town. We all
Yeah.
happened to be in the town at the time, and you can't miss it. I mean, these things were uh,
Big as
far
the
and
whole
above
city.
yeah,
Yeah.
Well,
far and above the trees. Yes.
what on earth could they have been?
Uh,
Well,
that's what
one of them
everybody.
was the Earth Primordial.
Oh,
I forget what Eric something.
Eric Cuss.
Eric Haas. Huss.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, that was one of them. The other was some creature from some other world. I don't know.
Jeez.
She really wants to ask him if either of them know what a dragon is because they're old enough that they're from different places.
Gotcha.
But
She
she's
knows.
sitting there just biting her tongue going,
Oh. Awesome. Well, so to think you've all seen a primordial. I mean, I haven't seen them at all since the war. I hope that's not a bad sign. But
I hope not.
it was
as long as they're not
amazing.
picking a fight with
Try to be
everyone.
fine.
Oh. um,
How did the two of you meet?
the two of us. Well, you know what? I think Eris tells the story best.
Hmm.
I
Yes.
I wasn't there when you met. You guys met on your own plane.
Oh, I wondered.
Nice. Just to say, I'm happy to do something, but if you, I didn't want to step on toes, so if you have something, please go.
No, I
Okay.
didn't. I didn't. Just that they're from the same plane.
Ah, we actually met during the I'd say last years of the Dawn Wars before the everything changed before the Sundering. Um, less than ideal uh, circumstances, but they look at one another, feel like you truly know what to value when you've lost it all. Um, and I think that meant a lot for the both of us. They kind of look and little snuggle. um,
Aren't they so cute? It's disgusting.
well, we worked together very well, surviving, and then it's one of the first cities made here with this new prime. We got dumped out real close, and so we started sort of collaborating and surviving and building. and
and you had and you found me in there somewhere.
exactly. Yep. In fact, it was rather
It
quickly, and
was
then one thing that
yeah, they found me on the waves and then just took me in.
I couldn't well leave you out there, cute little critter like you.
Cute. Dad calls me annoying.
Nice. Yeah. So well, that just brought us even closer. Um, we're still here, still kicking.
You
Oh,
gotta stay
sweet.
together now. You have 2 children. You have 3 children together.
Oh yeah, we're sort of sold on one another, so.
I guess if you have to stick together, you might as well stick with someone you kind of like.
Right.
I'm like they're ribbing each other, but you can tell they're like they have a genuine familial love
Hmm.
for each other.
Nice.
Shar's just looking. She's not saying anything, but she's just looking at Eris's parents with confusion.
What is this, love? What is love? Um, awesome. Yeah, so dinner goes by, lots of fun, lots of just warm-hearted, good-natured conversation. And then dinner sort of winds down, and check in and see what y'all want to do for the evening. So the house isn't quite outfitted for everyone to
So
sleep.
the house. So the way I have imagined it
Hmm.
is that it's built kind of like the top is the crew quarters of the boat that they were on when they crashed into
Ah.
this plane.
Hmm.
And so it's been spread out, is split into several rooms, but there are plenty of places to hang hammocks. And like there's the beds for all the family members, but there's places to hang hammocks and sort
Okay.
of like an area. And then their rooms are usually downstairs by the living room area.
Hmm.
Because they're fine sleep. They prefer to sleep underwater. um,
Hmm.
Eris is finally in her element. And so I thought, I thought that with part of a boat ship, there would be, it might be a little bit squeezed, but there are places for hammocks for everyone to stay in.
I'll check in and see, what everyone wants to do. I'll think, I'll
The
mention.
upstairs does not get flooded.
Like a little dial. Air. We'll just do air tonight. um, yes, I'll let you all decide what you want to do. I think Iris would share too that here in the city, there's just two inns. They're both operated by the city. They're not privately operated. So they're both pretty, palatial in size because they get a lot of traffic on sea and by land. Um, and one of them is sort of a beachfront when the tide is in, and the other one's almost always submerged. But they're pretty, pretty nice for a pretty decent price because they're run by the city. Um, and of course, as Eris, shares, there's the option of hammocks upstairs here. Um, so I'll let you all either figure that out or role play, whichever way you want to go about that.
I think Ash would do a hammock.
I I wouldn't want to impose on your family, and there's an inn here that I've stayed at before that I quite like. Hope that's not rude.
If there's room, I'll take a hammock. I guess. I don't want to impose like everyone else. I don't think you know.
I mean, we're inviting you. It's not an imposition, but
Oh.
if you feel more comfortable sleeping at the inn, I'm not going to stop you. I'm going to stay here though.
As long as it's above the water. Oh, I'm
Indeed.
fine.
Well,
Ignatius,
I
you
mean,
don't want to sleep underwater?
No, yeah, I don't think that'll be good for my constitution.
the water does fill up above the top of the building, but that area will stay nice, circulated, fresh air. Sort of like a bubble in that room. Right, and shall I get some hammocks for you two? Looking at Shar and Catherine.
I will stay at the inn as well.
Are you staying at the inn? Okay. Catherine, you'll again probably be torn between the two, but probably out towards Shar. um, you know what? I think I like the idea of the bubble, but I think let me do a rain check and just kind of settle in. No, tonight. Like we're probably going to be here for more than one night. Yeah. Mm. Thank you. um, all right, so Ash and Ignatius will get some nice hammocks for the upstairs, plenty of room. And Catherine Shar and Grisura. Do you want to go to the up above ground, above water, rather? Okay. So the three of you are heading over to the Coral Inn, which is the beachfront one. Yeah. All right. So we'll put. Are you all splitting off now and heading to do your separate night things? Party kind of, says goodbye to one another. All right, we'll catch you, in the morning. Meet back here, wherever. Um. So now that everyone kind of knows where they're sleeping, does anyone have anything they want to do this evening, like exploring the city, checking any of the shops, anything like that?
I do, but if anybody has anything they want to do first, do it, because mine might take a while.
You want me to go? Well, oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I want to go to a bookstore.
Okay. I've built one out. So
You had me at bookstore.
Okay. Bookstores are nice. And Catherine, okay.
As long as we go look at the yarn afterwards.
Yeah. Nice. All right, so three of you heading to the bookstore, see what you see on the way. Ash, anything for you this evening?
Ash will probably. Yeah, Ash was going to take her broom and just kind of fly around the city a few times. Just looking out. She'll stop in a couple of places, like taverns where there might be like some like a billboard of like,
Okay.
events or what have you. I mean, I would take those to be at taverns usually, right? Or like for missing
There's a number of
people.
places. Let me put a pin in that, and then I can kind of guide you
Okay.
through what you see in a
Oh,
second.
sure.
Nice. And Ignatius, anything for you this evening or tonight?
He would probably try to locate the guilds. So
Okay.
check in the Cartographer Guild and the
I mean,
Adventurers Guild.
Eris can tell you where those are.
Perfect.
Save him some time from searching. Yes.
Yeah. Unless you
And
want to explore, I'm not going to stop you.
more importantly, are above and below. Now, the stuff below water, is there still the sealed walkways to get to those places, or
Yes. Yep. There's dual corridors. There's air next to water, all throughout the entire city the whole time. So
okay?
you can just walk through the air one anytime you want.
I'm
Oh,
picturing like those walkways in airports, the fast walkways.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just like right next to each other, but they're domed and one is full of water.
right.
Yep.
Ugh.
Love it.
Oh, always pay attention which walkway you get on.
Yeah, yeah. Look,
Mm-hmm.
read your signage, people. Yeah, because it's a long tunnel. Nice. All right. Well, let's see. And then Eris, you said you kind of wanted to go towards the end because it might take a bit. Okay. Let's start then with Grisura, Shar, and Kethri. Um, you do find a bookstore. It takes a little bit of doing. But down on the edges of, excuse me, this city's Adventurers Row, um, you find let me go. Oh, there's a couple of shops here. There's a jewelry store. There's a tinkerer's shop. There's a shop called the Wizard's Closet. Looks like they get some books, but it's more like spell scrolls if you look through the windows and stuff like that. And then this wonderful Hades bookstore. And as you step inside, there's a delightful scent of paperback novels and books of many ages and sizes and types that adorn numerous bookshelves in here. A decent sized bookshop. Is there anything in particular that you would like to look for?
Poisons. Books on poisons.
Oh, poisons. Okay. All right.
I feel like Grisura's been here before, and she probably goes straight to the kind of dime paperback adventure equivalent,
Oh,
looking
nice.
for new like adventure stories to read.
Okay.
Rizura's into Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Love it. All right, so you're heading back to that area, which you see in the back. It's still there to exist, and you can peruse. You also notice that they've put in probably more for marketing than being real, banned books. It's a whole section for books that have been banned in other continents. But are they really? There's no way to tell. But it's there in case it piques your interest. Um, they, all right. Otherwise, oh, there's also a new section, maybe trying to compete with the Wizard's Closet. There's little wizarding treatises and such section. This seems to be more like encyclopedic knowledge on wizard history. Okay, so let's go through. Um, well, go ahead and roll. I guess first. I don't. Roll a. Which section are you looking in? Yeah, are you stopping at any of those? Char. Uh, No, I'm sorry. It was Grisura that was walking there. I'm so sorry. Grisura, you're headed right back to that other section, or did anything else pique your interest on the way?
I mean, Char was looking for poison stuff. I would stop at the banned books. I don't know which one you want to do first, but whatever.
Ah, okay. Um, okay. You read through. If you don't mind rolling a D100, I can tell you like what the first book is that you find.
Five.
Okay, nice. This book is called Glorious Ooze, the leather-bound book that is covered in almost there's a little slickness. It's not anything that wipes off the book, but it just the texture, oozy. Um, yeah, you peruse the table of contents, and it tells a number of it's basically a book of lore on oh my goodness. It's a book of lore on a long lost colony of slimes. Talks about their ruler, their history. Maybe that interesting to read, but it's there.
Grisura is probably stuck in on this ooze book for the next hour or so, unless somebody actually steps on her foot.
Nice. All right, let me check in with Shar then. Sure, you also see the banned books. There's wizard treatises, and then there's just what's this one? Uh, there's standard library books, and then there's a section entitled latest editions. Of course, you're looking for the poison thing, right? So that you can find. Make an investigation check if you would, Shar.
7.
Okay. So seven's enough for like your basic alchemy, um, elixir, potion, and poison setup treatise. Like you can start learning about how to build those out, which you know a fair bit of. But Kethri's here, and Kethri actually has a big old novel on like more specifics with those. Oh, Shar, if you're looking for that, I've got a book I can lend you. Oh, poisons. Hey, um, yeah. Why don't you look in my book?
Mm.
Yeah, I'll see if there's anything. I'll look around here. So take a look at this book. Tell me if it's gonna meet your needs. Of her do. Modifier E. Yeah, she didn't do 2. She got a 13 in total. The same thing. But her book's pretty descriptive and all of that. If you're looking for info on poisons. Is there anything specific with poisons you're trying to find?
Something strong.
Okay, this gives you the breakdown of what you need with herbs and stuff.
Okay.
Anything else in the bookstore for Shar?
Maybe some cookbooks.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right. You pick up. You can easily find without a roll maybe 2 or 3 cookbooks that pique your interest, whatever style of cooking you'd like them to be, to practice from which to practice rather. Okay. So back to Grisura. Is there anything else in here? As you kind of speed read the book, an hour later or so, you want to continue looking for anything else?
I mean, what time of day is it? I'm not
Hmm.
sure. I mean, Grisura's eaten and has books around them, so they could probably go until the sun comes up if left to their own devices. So
Nice. It's probably, I mean, it's evening. It's probably maybe 7:30 or so in the evening now, or maybe a little closer to
Okay.
8. So it's about an hour.
Yeah, so she's probably read like the first, couple of dozen pages of the ooze book and is super into it. Um, Probably head over to the adventure stuff and start looking for an adventure that she hasn't read or hasn't heard told, in
Okay.
an inn before, something like that. I don't know how easy that's going to be to find, given that she kind of devours these things voraciously. But maybe it's a local story or
Mm-hmm.
something. Who knows?
All right. Well, you do find one book of Fleet and Fancy. It's a novel. It tells tales of like odd heroes, not your standard archetype for heroes. That might pique your interest. Um,
Okay.
yeah. Here's
I think Grisura kind of sits cross-legged and starts kind of thumbing through it.
okay. Beautiful. All right. So we'll put sort of pin in there, and we'll head over to Ash. You're looking for. So yeah, the common places to look, Ash, are certainly probably the most common place are places that deal with mail, as you know, right? They often have boards like that. Main guardhouses, not like the secondary ones or tertiary ones around the city, but like the main guard barracks usually has like a wanted poster board and then like a quest board and things like that.
Hmm.
Taverns, probably taverns not as much. It's
Okay.
much more just I think eating, drinking, merriment, such.
If you tell Eris what you're looking for, she'll point you to the right place. She would know the boards because she has done um, bounty hunting a little bit as well.
Hmm.
So if
Yeah,
you ask her, she'll tell you.
she probably would not ask, but thank you.
Okay,
Oh,
just putting that out there.
nice.
I appreciate it. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, she would go to like the mail places.
Hmm.
I don't think that she would go to the guardhouse. I mean, well, yeah, I mean, maybe if there's a well-known guardhouse, like at least one that and she would probably just ask. She might ask Eris or someone at the house, like, where would where would like the closest guardhouse be, or the most common
Mm.
guardhouse, or where would the mail places be, to get directions to those rather than to the boards in particular. Um, but she would go to like probably like 2 or 3 of those places, Stan, and just put up like one of the homemade posters that she's made. Um, which on those would just have contact information for her parents, since Ash doesn't have a permanent address, right? Or than her parents' house. And then she would also just kind of like circle the city a few times, just kind of typical what she does in every city that
Hmm.
she goes to.
Well, let me start by saying as you head out, and you go to take flight, you're taking flight and looking around the city. You'll definitely be called by a guard or two. Excuse me. You kind of fly by, but then some other guards. Excuse me. Hello. are yelling up to you on the broom.
Yeah, Ash would be like, what? What?
Beckon you down.
Okay. Oh, frustrated Ash would go down.
Good evening. My name is Officer
Hey,
Barnaby. Hey, Hen.
officer.
Pleasure. I'm terribly sorry to bother you. I don't know. I imagine you must be new to the city. I hope you're enjoying your stay so far.
Yeah, I'm just visiting
Good.
for a couple of days, probably.
Oh, lovely. Well, I just want to inform you that we don't there's no flying over the city. You can fly through the streets. not higher than about 6 or 8 feet. Too many potential threats with people we don't know and other things like that. Just up from above, boom and gone, and such. So we just ask everybody, keeps it below 6 feet or so, maybe eight, or we're not that strict, but just not up
Okay.
above. It's people's privacy and such as well.
Sure.
Being up there, where just from those angles, such. But please feel free to
Angles
use the
called.
broom. I love the broom, by the way. Can't
Yeah.
say I've seen a flying broom before. It's rather interesting.
Oh, yeah, I've had this one for a bit. Cassandra.
Oh, it's got a name.
Oh no, no, not Cassandra. Cassiopeia. Cassiopeia. That's it.
Oh, it's
Sorry.
Cassandra, a different broom.
No, no, I just slip of the mind a bit. It's been a long day.
Oh, must be buggered from your travel. Well, again, I appreciate your understanding.
Sure.
Is there anything I can help you find in the city?
No, I'm just looking for like a mail house, maybe a guardhouse. I have some, and she'll kind of hold up one of the posters that she's
Oh,
made. Just have one of these I want to put up and just see, just in case.
you find the perfect guardhouse for that. It's just where Eris had said. It's right over here. Gives a description. Another good place to put that would be maybe down by one of the churches. A lot of
Oh,
people, looking for lost ones. We're also praying for them. Assuming that's what that's for, but information is posted
ah,
by churches quite a bit as well.
okay.
You know, not
Thank you.
quite a section for them, but there's a few scattered
Sure.
about this block over here.
Um, mm, Ash will show one of the posts, one of the drawings. I, not someone you've seen, I guess.
Mind if I tries to
Oh,
find
sure.
a light as it's getting kind of dark and oh, what a vision! Um, no, no, can't say that I have. I'm terribly sorry.
Okay. Hold
Okay.
on to it. That's fine.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah. But thank you for the information.
of course, of course. I hope you find it.
Thank you.
All right. Anything you need, you see one of us, just ask away.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
Of course.
Appreciate it. And Ash will fly out with a wave and will go to the guardhouse and also the church area as suggested.
I could make an investigation check if you would, as you well, not for the guardhouse, 'cause that's pretty obvious. You got plenty of instruction on how to get there from Eris and the guard. But as you're navigating like the church area,
Mm. Ash has really good sense of direction. That is a natural one for a one.
for a one, I think this might work in your favor, actually. Okay, yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay. So, yeah, you walk past, you don't even spot, you walk right past the temple to Nakal, the Glowing Deep. Huge temple, but it looks like too much of a regular city building. Same with Taikatis. There's a few other smaller ones that, you're passing by as well. And like, is that, these are smaller, maybe the markings aren't as
So
clear
confusing.
either. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know. But you do spot, because you're so lost, um, yeah. You know what? Just for a little flavor here. You're feeling lost. Like, okay, this is definitely the area. Where are these buildings? And night's fallen. It's getting a little harder to see, but there's the street lights are on, and there's lights in buildings. Um, and a few moths flutter by, kind of flutter
Oh,
around your face a little bit,
of course.
and then start heading off into you know, to the left.
Following.
Okay. I was gonna say if you don't, they're gonna come back in your face. Like, yeah. All right. So of course, given the great moth and all and your dedication, you're like, is this something? And you start following
Definitely
the
something.
moths. They
Mhm.
fly slowly enough to lead you to a small, almost a shack-like building that's sort of stuffed between two larger buildings in this
Oh,
area, um, down near the docks. Um, the tide, being this late in the evening, the tide has gone back out. Um, and the buildings are in better condition on either side. Again, this one has sort of a shack-like feeling as it's old.
mm.
But there's lights on inside, and it says temple above the door.
Oh, yeah,
Most.
that's probably it. That's probably the temple that they told me to go. And the moths are there, so Ash would go up to the door and knock.
All right. You hear a little shuffling inside. Uh, Come in. Door's open.
Ash would slowly open the door. Hi.
Step in, and
Yeah.
you see that the inside is a little larger than the outside. Maybe not something that surprising to Ash, you know, but
Yeah.
you know,
A wild
yeah.
magic.
And the inside here is arranged like a wonderfully decorated like clubhouse or treehouse, right? It has sort of a childlike flair to it. There's string lights that dangle across the rooms from, one rafter to another. There's quaint and comfortable decor that adorns the walls and floors and accounts for the furniture that makes up that makes the space feel homey almost. There's an Eladrin gentleman inside, standing about 6 feet tall. He's got wavy autumnal red and brown hair, around shoulder length, athletic build. He's wearing a white, like pleated knee-length skirt and a black lace, like doily pattern, sheer top, and a long, comfortable, sort of like it's a cardigan in the length of shape like of a duster almost, but it's just this big, cozy cardigan, mixed with blacks, blues, and purple hued patterns on it.
Mhm.
Hello,
Hi.
the name's Reed. Come on in.
This is a lovely place you got here.
Thank you. um, well, it's nice to have a patron.
Well, I was looking, I was told to find a temple, and I found this, and I think this is it. As the only one that I found. Um, but I'm looking to, someone told me it'd be a good place to hang up, and she'll hold up one of the posters.
Oh, right over here. It comes up close and takes a look at the picture. Right, over here is a good board, and there's
Okay.
a board in here. Well, listen, if you found this place, then I'm sure it's the right place. A lot of people have to be sort of guided here. It's just the way the Great
Oh,
Moth works. Anyway, put your thing up here.
wait. Did you say the Great Moth?
I
You follow the Great Moth.
I do. Do you
So do
all
I.
You know? Oh, I see. I thought you were just
Oh my god, let me show you. And she'll pull out one of the pamphlets and just kind of like, I made all of these myself.
Oh,
And I have a pen here. You can have one I make
oh,
extra.
thanks.
And
Here,
here you can
it's some
have some of
business
that
cards,
paper.
and hands
Oh,
you some Great
a
Moth
business
business
card.
cards. Oh,
A
look
Great
at these
Moth?
pamphlets, magnificent. Is
Yeah,
this your
yeah.
design?
It is. Well, I mean, it was mine and my friend
Hey,
designed them.
hey.
Because she believed in it, the Great Moth too.
Oh,
Yeah.
I believe. I'm sorry. Did she pass?
No, I mean that's why I hung up a poster for her. She's missing.
She's
Um,
missing. All
yes.
right. Well, this is usually Great Moth sends people here just to learn about the Great Moth. They don't know about him yet, but you're the first person in quite a while who's come that already knows about the Great Moth.
I know.
I,
Actually, Moss led me here. I was looking around for the temple and I couldn't find it, and I was getting so frustrated.
yep,
And then, um, the moss appeared, and they guided me right to the door. Um,
always there just when you need the Great Moth the most.
they really are. They really are. Oh my! I'm sorry. I've never met anyone besides Willow that
Oh, yeah.
that believes. Are you from the Fae?
I am? Oh,
Good.
yes.
Um, have you seen the Great Moth, or just
Oh,
follow?
I, I have. Would you like to hear the story?
I would love to hear the story. Yes.
Oh, do you have one too? Because I'd love to hear yours if you do as well.
You know, I've never. No, I haven't seen it.
All right. Well, it's just a matter of time, I'm sure. Even my story's just a wee glance. Um, aye. Well, please, what really matters is some hot, fresh hot cocoa. I just made for
Oh,
myself, but there's plenty. Pull up a blanket and a chair, and I'll share my tale, the Great Moth.
okay. Ready? She'll get the cocoa and she'll get all comfortable and
Just
ready to go.
crisscross applesauce in his chair. I kind of lets the cardigan drape over the sides of the chair. Well, when I was a wee lad, I was always running off on my own. I'm sure I drove my parents crazy.
Mm.
Um, when traveling home one night from a midnight gala with my family,
Mm.
um, well, I took off. Safe enough at home, not so much on the road. We'd stopped to feed the horses and such. And I got lost. Ran off. I got lost. And I unknowingly entered the Neverhood, which you know, of course, is that incredibly dangerous part of the Feywild that's
Oh,
exists between the ever-shifting planes of estate and traveled roads that kind of overlaps, expands, and shrinks and everything.
oh no.
I just, you know, all about adventure at that age, and absolutely no common sense for me. So, anyway, it didn't take long before I was being chased by something terrible. Absolutely terrifying. Some fleshy. It looked like a topiary, fleshy topiary that sprung to life. And was
Oh
chasing me through the woods, and so it had a
my
penchant for
gosh.
flesh.
Mm.
Not fantastic for a 9 year
No.
old.
Ugh.
But I ran and ran and ran till my chest hurt.
Mm.
I tripped. I slid down this embankment, uh, rolling head over arse. until I came to a stop at a small creek at the bottom. And I take a minute to get my bearings and look up. And there at the top, I see the creature's ugly face and terrible maw lean over like I was a meal served on a plate. But the creature, though, started approaching, only to be stopped by some other fantastic creature, unfurling from nothingness, shaping itself into a giant moth, bigger even than the creature, blocking the creature's way from getting me for a meal. Now that topiary creature seemed to be right afraid of whatever, well, of this moth.
Sure.
Ran away. The moth almost started to leave, sort of turn away. Then began to look back down the embankment, and I saw its form, its whole formless, the great moth, before it folded itself into nothingness and was gone.
Oh,
I've been following him
it
ever
saved you.
since. Right? Right? I've been trying to find him again to thank him properly face to face.
Yeah.
Rather difficult to do, of course. But in the meantime, I sometimes have dreams where I feel like I'm talking to the Great Moth. I do a lot of sort of prayers or,
Oh,
conversation anyway.
I have those streams too.
All right. It kind of gives me this rough idea of what they are and what they're about, and
Mm.
I make the business cards. Open this little establishment up. Um, and just in my head, the name the Great Moth sort of came to be after that experience. There's rings clearly in my head. And this is just a place for others that have either met the Great Moth or that the Great Moth leads people to. 'Cause we really don't get that many folks here, but they're usually led here by moths.
Of course.
We can
The Great
share
Moth
and
was something that popped into our head too.
yes.
I. That's incredible. Huh?
Are you also from the Fae? By the
Yes.
accent,
Yeah.
anyway.
Of
Aye.
course.
All right.
Yeah. Um. uh, I don't know if you've heard of the Alestras. My grandfather is a very well-known mage in the
Oh.
Fae.
What's the name?
You would ask that, wouldn't you?
Sorry.
Damn you, Dan!
It's my
I'm gonna-
turn.
I actually have it. I actually have my document pulled up here because I pull it up every
Nice.
session. I just gotta scroll down. Oh, it's Halfros Alestra.
Oh, well, I feel like I should bow and give sort of a big bow to you. They're first hand to a
Oh,
bloody archfey, right? What a prestigious family you come from.
very powerful. Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah, and my brother has some pretty good, he's pretty good with things. I Tabarian Alestra. He's
I
pretty
think
good
I've
mage in
never
his own
got
right.
up and comer, sort of. But
Yeah.
really, really good at the craft. Like,
Oh, for
what's
sure.
your name? Though I'm afraid I haven't caught your name.
Ashlesha, Alestra.
Lovely name. It's a
You can call
pleasure.
me Ash.
Oh, all right. Well, it's
Yeah,
a pleasure to
it's
meet you. Then.
easier.
You can just call me Reed. Reed Honeytea
Reed.
is my full name, but Reed's fine.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Reed. Right.
Indeed, quite a pleasure. Well, I'll see what I can do. I mean, the Great Moth leads people here often enough. I'm sure there's a reason they've brought you here with a picture of Willow, you said.
Yes, Willow. I think that, we thought that she was dead for a while, but I recently got kind of affirmation, I believe, from the Great Moth that she's still alive, hopefully.
Oh,
But I really do think that she went off to find the Great Moth. And maybe was, you know, possibly led on her own journey, but I'm just afraid that we haven't heard from her in so long that something's happened.
sure. I mean, all you can do is hope. Of course, if the Great Moth is sending you here and has you on this path, I have to imagine there's some good hope that Willow's around.
Yeah.
You know, and a reason that she hasn't tipped her hat, said hello.
I hope so.
Well, if I hear any, are you a new resident here, or are you just passing through?
Oh, I'm unfortunately just passing through, but if you hear anything, my uh parents' contact is on the poster.
Right, I'll use
Um,
some. I happen to be handy with some magic, and
oh,
I can give a knock on the door of your mind and send a quick message through. If that's all right,
oh,
anyway.
perfect. Yeah, no, that'll work great. Thank you.
Oh, wonderful. Well, you're welcome to stay, look through. I mean, there's a little more literature. If you don't mind leaving a few of those pamphlets, though,
Oh,
those are. Do you mind if I borrow from that design?
no,
Um,
please. And she'll give him she'll give them a few copies. I can always make more. I change it up each time just in
I see.
case. But no, absolutely use them as inspiration. Copy them if you want to. I mean, the main concern, of course, is that people find out about the great moth and what they can do.
I feel like there's been many times, just like you, looking for that wit's end, where the great moth just guides the way.
Oh yeah, it is. It is. Can I give you a hug, Reed?
Well, of course you can.
Okay. And Ash will give them a big bear hug.
Thanks.
Um,
Oh,
it's been wonderful. I never
indeed, Ash.
expected you've brightened my spirits
Oh,
and
good.
renewed my, I, you know, go get them.
Excellent. Team Great Moth.
Team Great Moth.
If I hear even a whisper, I'll let you know. I'll make sure everyone that comes through those doors takes a gander and
Thank you.
at that photo or
Appreciate it.
illustration.
Yeah. All right. And until we meet again, Reed.
Indeed, indeed. May the Great Moth guide our paths to cross again. Indeed. You take care out there. Be safe.
May the light your way. And
And you.
Ash will
Whatever the phrase
exit
is. Yeah.
with a huge smile. Just, you know, really in good spirits.
Nice, nice. Head back out into the city. And sorry, there's actually a lot of things for stuff going on in the city, so sorry for, just expect that to, to go on for a bit. But because it's bio break time, so I'm gonna sneak our bio break in real quick.
Mhm.
Um, and we can come back in. Eris, if at any point you change your mind and you're like, maybe I'll do my thing a little sooner, that's okay too. Let me know. And okay.
I'm content to sit back and listen. This is delightful.
Nice. All right, I will put us on bio. Audio will be hot. Chat with us if you'd like. We'll catch you in 10. Boop. Button. Rock. Nice. That is a cool sword. Right? Yeah, it's awesome. I feel like it's even more fitting. Like this and this now. That's so cool. People are so creative. Like to think about it and come up with that. Put it to paper. All right, I've got to get a snack. I'm dying. I'm ashing it up. Oh, I need. I won't make
Oh, my stomach.
it. I love it
Happening?
so much.
Oh, well, only if you think it's a good idea.
I mean, if we must, we're on a journey.
We have priorities here.
Well, if you insist, I love it so much.
Ash, if you're... Oh, well, no, just...
Awesome. Amazing. Oh yeah, so popping up. And he wrote one morning. Yeah, it is. That would have been it then. I'm glad I was thinking then. Okay. All right. Okay, neat. All right, yeah. So Ash met someone that goes to the Great Block. That was fun. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, all sorts of fun stuff here in the city. Oh, farts. Mm. All right, so rapidly. Even Mariah, even Cookie. Well, thank you for the hydrate, Cookie. Hydrate this up. Oh, right, I'm not on the thing. I'm drinking. Yummy, yummy, yummy.
I got tea. I got
Yay.
some toast, and I
Mhm.
got some apples.
Nice. Had a nice crisp apple earlier today. Peanut butter and apple action.
So good.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm so happy, Dan.
Oh yeah, good, right? Yay!
Oh,
I didn't know when you were gonna encounter this person, but it lined up really nicely. So
what's the name of the city again?
Stone Fury Landing.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Right, I'll bring this back here too. Okay. Exciting. All right. So jump over next to Ignatius. He's going down to Adventurers Row. Okay. To stop in at the Cartographers Guild and the Adventurers Guild.
Yep.
They both, they're open 24/7. Both of them. It's not too busy because it's late evening. You stop at the Cartographers Guild. It's the first one on the row there. Are you just sort of checking in or seeing if they
Yeah.
have any requests or anything like that?
Yeah. Just checking in. Bases. Explaining to them nothing terribly exciting. But he will point out from his notes and showing on their map about around the end of the third week, right around here, pointing on the map.
Mm-hmm.
Our party ran into a very strange fog, and all of us had horrendous visions and nightmares, and were quite
Oh,
shaken. I don't know if that's something that stays there or moves about the planes, but just thought I'd report that in.
actually, they head over and they open a big tube with a big map that they slide out and put in the counter between the two of you. Right, planes of power. And there's a bunch of spots marked off with little like hexagons of like areas where people have encountered this. And there's enough marks where you're seeing some groupings. All right, so yours and kind of looks at your notes that you provided. I think that would put you right about here. And you kind of correct him, like, it'd be over here. Right,
All right,
we're
yeah,
going here.
just a bit, yeah, almost.
All right, gonna mark that down. And the dates and yada yada yada, and gets some of the info. All right. Yes. So we're not sure exactly what the phenomenon is. Some sort of overlap from another plane, we think. Um, at first, we thought maybe it tied together with the moon's phases, and that was somehow overlapping the prime more during certain phases of the moon, but that's been um, disproven. But every time we get another, time, date, place, location, helps us get one step closer to figuring it out. But some speculate, some of the wizards in town and some of the scholars think it's sort of a psychic wind of sorts
Ah,
from another plane that just affects the mind. Most people seem to describe it being a negative experience. Um, but there are a few that come out with a more positive, but it's very rare. So another piece of the puzzle we're trying to put together.
well, very happy to provide then something that may be of help.
Thank you. Yes. Is this sorry? Cartographers Guild is the one you're
Hmm.
sharing that with? Okay.
Yeah.
Um, Lovely. Well, are you just traveling through?
Uh, yes, yes. Basically, got wind of some odd happenings here. We were just uh, one of our one of my party is actually from here, so we were making a run through and hearing reports of odd happenings, ice and such.
Right. Right. It's all the talk over at the Adventurers Guild. To be
Ah,
honest, they've put in a recent commission actually, and points over at a wall that has a number of commissions up. They're looking to map out some of the underwater area out towards where all that's happening. Um, we have some rudimentary maps from sea folk, but nothing comprehensive.
hmm.
Just in case you find yourself out that way, there's we only know of the closest underwater city, Selphine. We don't really know how the travel works, like the lay of the land from here to there, though. Um, but because some of that's happening out that way, Adventurers Guild has put in a request um, to have that mapped out. But understandably, not many takers.
Uh,
Um,
Underwater work is rare, I would imagine.
oh, indeed, indeed. And the seafaring folk, they just, I don't know, we haven't encountered anyone yet that's gotten the bug, the cartographer's bug. So, one day, I'm sure. I'm sure. But thank you again for this information. Oh, what's that,
Good.
Jim?
Yeah. My next stop will be the Adventurers Guild. I'll
Oh, good.
definitely check that out.
Nice. Wonderful.
Will they have a copy of the crude map you mentioned, or should I get it off of you?
Um, uh, well, we definitely have them here. Yes, if so, basically, he takes out a very small map, and crude is even like, and that's an overstatement. Like it's just, I mean, an
Right.
understatement. It's like we're here and we think Delphine is about you know um 8 days of land travel northwest. Um, of course, by ship that's just 4 days because you don't have to stop and rest. But it's 8 days of land travel. Um, we think. But the seafaring folks, I mean, we know that they have some interesting modes of transportation. There's some folks down at the docks that do it.
Ah,
Indeed, it's magical means. Um, but we don't know the route that they take. Um, we just haven't had anyone picked up, even a route out there and back. So one day, one day we'll get someone, but this is it. So unfortunately, it's not much yet. We believe there's some other city. There's a couple question marks there. Like we think there's some cities past Southfiend, but no one's come from there or shared any information about them. I think that none of the underwater cities care to share about others unless the others wish to be known. I think it's a
ah,
sentiment. So they haven't really shared location or name. Um, but we know there's more out there just based on the goods we get. Um, but yeah, maybe they'll know some more of the Adventurers Guild.
well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Of course, of course. You have yourself a
And
good.
if we do happen to end up out there, I'll keep your request in mind and see what I can do.
That would be greatly appreciated. I'm sure there'll be a tip in it for you.
Ah,
Proper tip for it's been up there for a while, so um, Much appreciated.
All right. I'll be on my leave then.
Good day to you then.
Good day. And I'll shuffle on off to the Adventurers Guild.
Nice, nice. Yeah, you head over to the Adventurers Guild, and yeah, you step inside, and it's moderately quiet in here. There's maybe fewer than a dozen adventurers in the place. Some are sitting down and like having a meal over in a little cafeteria area. It's sort of an open floor plan, so you can see into that cafeteria space, maybe like 6 to 8 in there. Couple walking around, some of the counter asking a question. But a clerk invites you up. Oh, hello, good sir. How may I assist you today?
Yes. We've been my companions and I been have come from Port Roumont, overland.
Oh,
Um. Uh. And just checking in, and I'm also a member of the Cartographers Guild, and they informed me that you had a request in for some investigation, looking into things.
oh, yes, yes. There's been some rather strange behaviors out on the ocean. Um, we're not sure of its depth, but on the ocean's surface, for several miles, upwards, its largest recorded icing. With a thick layer, at least a foot of ice atop the ocean's surface. 6 miles has been the broadest patch of ice that we've encountered. Um, oops, where's the where's this information? Damn, there we go. Excuse me. Um, fish dying, plots, just entire plots of fish dying in the area.
Whoa.
um, Ruining some of the local fishing. We don't rely on that too much here. Not the way Port Roumont does, of course. Kind of gesture since you mentioned it. Um, Raging storms seem to be the other piece of relative danger. There is only one trade route that cuts through that area, and we don't receive shipments from that continent too frequently here in Stone Fury Landing. They venture off to Port Roumont and off to the east further, typically.
Hmm.
But they've had regular reports of the ships that have come through, of storms that pick up from nowhere, form unnaturally, and will rage just over. We've narrowed it down a bit to and he's gonna pull out a map and kind of show you like this roughish area. It's pretty close to the map, pretty close in location to where Selphine, the underwater city, was marked on that other map. Here, but it's kind of spotty. Like some reports show here with the ice storms over here, and they're like a day and a half travel off from one another. So we're not really sure. We haven't got, these are all accounts of merchant ships and such. We've chartered a few ships ourselves and sent some sailing capable adventurers out. But we haven't had enough consistent storms and icings to take proper measurements yet. Um, we're looking just for answers, but we think they might be found below the waters.
Hmm. Okay.
There's been
All
no
right.
account of islands or anything visible on the surface.
Interesting. Okay.
If you're looking to pursue, I would recommend speaking with the Portmaster Findire. They manage the underwater port. And she can likely give you the same information, but perhaps a better idea of how to investigate further.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll speak with my companions and see if that's something they would want to
Lovely, lovely.
take up. Um. Oh, also the cartographer mentioned, and I just wanted to on our travels here, and he'll point out through the planes of power. You know, the same thing he said to the cartographers about the psychic winds and just our experience
Um,
with that, just in case they have anything to add.
yeah. Side note: you hear some laughs and giggles from the cafeteria every so often. No loud bursts of laughs and giggles. But
Yeah, I'll ask the guy at the counter, and am I say something inappropriate or unintentionally
um,
humorous?
no, no. I think if nothing else, you may just have kind of looks over into the cafeteria. Some fans. And people over there like, oh, and they kind of go back to their chatting among themselves. But it's good. Thank you for. We'll coordinate with the Cartographers Guild and the Planes of Power here. We don't need people going through anything like that. If we can find a way to put that to an end or safely mark off the area.
Thank you. And he's sort of like a tick shaken, not shaken, but just
Mm,
perturbed.
mm-hmm.
You know, uh, yeah. And on the way by, helps sort of like make his route past that table
Mm-hmm.
just to see if anything's said.
Mm-hmm. Uh, excuse me. One of there's a half elven woman that's sitting down among like four or five of her peers. A few women, couple gentlemen. Um, hello. Sorry. Um, hello. Like awkwardly.
Hello.
Hi. Uh, are you a fellow adventurer?
In a way, yes, yes.
Oh,
We have a party and companions who are doing
oh,
some adventuring.
wonderful. Wow. Um, uh, we were talking and we just we wanted to get you some drinks. Get you some drinks and maybe you know, um hear more about your adventures or more about you. They
Um.
kind of look at each other like they're being genuine and not shitty or anything like that. They just seem
Oh,
to be
okay.
extra excited. Now, I'll put out there that you've probably experienced this before as a fire genasi. You know
Right.
that sort of, you know, people interested in that aspect of you.
Well, I appreciate it. Maybe not right now. We just got in,
Oh,
and
oh,
we're
oh.
sorting out accommodations and stuff. I'm just checking in at the Adventurers Guild and all that. Had some strange times on the road, so we're just sort of regaining our footing with. Yeah, be very careful on the way through the plains of power.
All
Lots
right.
of yeah, we bumped into some elementals and some strange fog.
Okay. They
Yeah,
kind of
so
look around. Like,
always, as you know, being in the Adventurers Guild, always be aware of your surroundings.
yeah, yeah. Oh, that's wild. Thank you. All right, we will. Well, listen. We're here. This time each day. And maybe we'll catch you in town. And can we maybe get you like a rain check
Yeah,
for some
yeah,
drinks?
I'll bring my group by, and And my name is Ignatius, by the way.
Oh, your pleasure. My name's Cheryl, and kind of everyone acknowledge it. Oh my gosh, I can't think of the word. They
Right.
all, share. My brain
Introduce
is
themselves.
shut off on that word, but yeah, greet you with their
Great.
names.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
What's that? Introduce. Thank you. Yeah, my brain is like, no, that word's gone, Dan. I don't introduce themselves. Yeah, and you can tell they're all fangirling out over like, um, whether positive or negative for you
Right.
personally. It's likely because you're a fire genasi, and they just have
Right.
that sort of that awe. Um, all right, well, we hope to see you then.
All right.
Shake one another as she head out. Yeah. Okay. And let's see. Let me check back in with I don't know, let's go to Eris because we've kind of gone through around for everybody. We'll go to Eris and then we'll kind of check back and see how it's doing. So, Eris, what you got?
All right, while everyone goes out to do whatever their things, Eris is gonna help her parents clean up and just. I just wanted to tell you something real quick.
Anything, dear?
Um, maybe you can have some insight on this. I had a vision when I stepped into town,
Okay.
and she'll tell them about the spear falling into the depths and the sanguine with the stones. Did where just can you tell me again how you found me?
Oops.
I'm a little bit confused. As why were one of these creatures could I don't know if it was a real vision or why would they have my stone?
When we found you, um, it was a little distance from here. We were a little ways out from Stonefield Landing. We were actually on a it was fresh. We were just freshly here. Maybe a week after the Sundering. If that, maybe half a week after we found ourselves here. Um we were brought while sailing from our prime to here, thankfully put on water. Uh but the ship, heavy damage. And we found ourselves on what they now call the Casner Islets, just to the east of town here. Maybe a few weeks to the east, but a little less than that on travel by sea. When we spotted you, it was a storm with a sundering. Everything was tumultuous. The heavens themselves had split. The ocean opened up, and we were actually caught in a whirlpool before it dissipated and set us free, and then we were here. And as the storm settled, maybe just a few hours after, um, it was 2 days later, the storm settled, and there in the distance was this floating material that had almost like a not like a keychain, but you were swimming fine, of course, as you know, you can breathe underwater, but there was sort of an attachment that was buoyed on top of the surface, and sort of cradled you, and you were swaddled, you had that gem, tucked around an arm and tucked in your swaddle, and it looked intentional, but really didn't know what the situation was. We figured maybe you. We don't know if you came from another prime here. If you were something happened here on this prime, and then we happened to come across. There was no one above water or below. Best as we could see. We didn't want to steal you away or anything. We took you on the ship. Kind of cared for you. But we stayed in that area an extra day and a half just to keep watch, look around, make sure we weren't taking you from anyone. There was no one. There's nothing out there. Another storm set in because that place is nasty with storms, as you know. And we we had to depart. Came to what would be Stone Fury Landing. A lot of people makes a really good port. A lot of people that were brought over on ships found it. A lot of underwater folk here. Um, Started using it to figure things out with the land folk. Uh, but yeah, we don't know. The gem was with you when we found you.
Interesting. I mean, I'm always ever grateful that you picked me up. I couldn't imagine anyone else to be my parents. Um, but now I'm just a little bit confused. Just where did I really come from? You know?
Right.
I feel like my answers might be down in the deep, maybe.
It might be. I mean, you
Did I
were.
tell you I can use lightning now?
Is that so no lightning?
Yeah, you know when I get angry and I can do all those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I shoot lightning out of my body. Uh,
Can we say
it,
it?
oh, let's go outside
Right.
first.
Right.
I don't want to tear the house down again. She'll go outside and she'll rage and she'll show them her storm auras,
Oh, that's
do all
whoa!
that fun stuff.
Incredible.
It, yeah, it just happened one day. Um, I don't know how. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because of who I am or where I come from, or
Right.
is it related to these visions I'm having? I have a lot of questions.
I can imagine. Oh, that's some awesome power.
Yeah, it's it's exhilarating. I have to admit it's pretty exhilarating.
I bet. I bet. Well, if you're ever looking for answers, I mean, I think a good place to check would be the Kesna Islets, or at least maybe checking some port cities. Edenport, Arkenheim in particular. If you ever to check on, they keep really detailed records out there, and especially related to both Credosia and the Kasna Islets. Um, Maybe there's some other folks, other reports, other things that they've discovered and learned about the Kasna Islets. Need to do a blind search. That's bloody years on the ocean. But maybe someone in Edenport or Arkenheim can help you narrow that down.
All right, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
Right. And seeing you with these storms now. The first thing we thought when we arrived here, the storms over Kasna Islets, um, felt very much like Psychoti themselves, who had the unfortunate experience of witnessing in a previous prime. Not a good primordial, but gets a little ragey, gets a little vengeancey.
Sounds
Oh,
sounds a bit familiar.
yeah. When we saw it, I thought, well, that reminds me of the storm we found you in. And so, who knows, maybe you've been chosen by Taikari themselves.
Wouldn't that be something?
Oh my. Well,
She'll
I,
give them both a hug.
oh,
Just like
that's
squeeze them.
oh,
Still, thank you.
of course, of course, you absolutely helped make us the people we are today. If we didn't found you back then, I think the world is just in spades better off having you in it. Seriously.
Thank you.
Thanks for letting us be your parents. Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't have it any other way. Yay. Oh, that feels good. Yeah, so she'll finish helping them clean up and then go back to the temple of
Oh, Taikari. Yeah.
Taikati. Yes, thank you.
Okay.
I
Nice.
know how to pronounce it, and then it goes from my brain to my mouth, and it's like,
Yeah. That's
yeah. So
awesome.
she'll go there and just kind of sit for a while and think, and just kind of think and ponder and just
Nice.
see if she gets another vision. Who knows?
Ah, okay. Nice, nice.
So and while she's there, she'll just kind of play with the stone a little bit,
Oh,
just
okay.
like what did I come from? Who am I? What is
Awesome.
this? What's going on?
Beautiful. Yeah, I'll say, well, you don't get a vision. You do take in the space. And you start looking, there's always been, you know, the windows, not necessarily stained glass windows, but detailed windows with pictures in them and these tapestries and then these engravings in the wall. They've just been there. They're just part of the building. But as you look, you see that, okay, these are telling the story of Taikati. And again, you kind of know that, but you're looking kind of almost for the first time and seeing a lot of things that just kind of resonate. You see the story of Taikati and this regularly throughout these tapestries. They have a rival. They're very much like not battle, but they have this rival that they're constantly fighting against. They are chaotic neutral, Taikati. But there's another storm primordial, or at least was, you know, there's no documentation on which primordials exist here yet, except a handful. Hurket that was like just sometimes at peace and other times driven to like rage and madness. And often Taikati, also known as the Prince of Thunder and Lightning, would have to combat and quell this other storm primordial. Um, and they would often clash because of that. But you see in the way that these Patakati is pictured like raging, it's like a lot of things just kind of resonate, like you know, just for what it's
Mm-hmm.
worth. There's a little bit of that.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm seeing these in a different light as I sit
Mm-hmm.
here.
Okay, cool.
Mhm.
That's all I had.
Nice. Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, I wanted to check back in with Grisura. Is there a point in the bookstore that you feel like you'd be sated for the time being, and you want to do anything else? Listen for stories, go to a tavern, or go to the wizard store, any of that other stuff.
I mean, is Shar gonna wait for
Right, right.
Grisser to finish, or are like are you two
That's
gonna wait around for me, or are you two gonna leave without me?
Hmm.
Um, well, I think Shar would buy the 3 cookbooks that she finds, so I'll need to know what to deduct from my gold.
Oh,
Dan.
okay, okay. I'll get that to you behind the scenes.
Okay. Um, and then with her books in tow, would find Grisera. I'm going to another store now. Are you coming?
Um, yeah, okay. Let me buy a couple of books. Yeah, yeah. I'll be right there. I'm sorry. I'll be right there.
Hmm.
She kind of gathers up the ooze book and the adventure book,
Okay.
and kind of quickly looks at the adventure books. Doesn't really see anything else. So she'll go pay, and you can give me a price on that, or I can get a couple
Okay.
silver or something, and then
Yeah.
she'll tag along to wherever Char and Catherine are going.
Nice. Okay. Your books are 6 silver pieces for Grisura,
Done.
and I sent you yours in Discord. Okay. So you pick those up and you headed out. So Shar, where are you leading everyone next? Because Catherine's definitely just following you.
Um, going to the Tinker's.
Oh, okay. Well, we open up the Tinkerer's shop. All right. You step inside. And you see, gosh, I can't think, a gnome. That's it. That's the species. Gnome gentleman, maybe in his early 50s or so. Well, howdy, welcome to Teddy's Tinkerer Shop. How can I be of service to y'all today?
I need a way to quickly consume poison without using my hands.
All right, all right. Without using your hands.
I've been suggested a hollow tooth.
That would be a little easier probably than a shoe injector I had in mind. Let's see. Uh, yeah. Well, I reckon you could construct a false tooth and have it sturdy enough to mind your day to day. But if chomped down on in a specific manner, we broke it open.
Hmm.
Now, well, I guess none of my business. You see, when you kind of think like you, you want to, how are you gonna get this tooth in someone else's mouth, thinking it's for someone else, and then like, unless it's for you, and he's just like, nah, it's sure. I reckon I can. I mean, I'm not gonna say I could do any of that there dentistry end of it, but I can whip up a false tooth, sure.
Okay. How much?
It depends on. I mean, I would recommend a molder. Um, and it depends on the size of the creature and the tooth. Um, ideally, you want one that's going to fit in seamlessly. I mean, I won't ask many details, but is the person here that this is for? Kind of looks between you and Grisera, Catherine.
It's for me.
All right. Well, you tell me which tooth it is, and show me that tooth in your mouth. So I can make a quick mental snapshot. And
She leans forward, opens her mouth up, and points to a molar in the back.
all right. All right. Well, the specialty in this is making sure it doesn't accidentally pop open. Um, I think I can put this together for you for 7 gold pieces.
Can I have 2?
Sure, but again, I have to see like which tooth to make sure I'm matching it up right.
She pulls cat 3 forward. I've texted Tasha.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So, it points to right one for each of you. Yeah, I reckon another 7 gold for that one, so 14 gold in total. That won't come. Do you have the poison? Are you supplying the poison?
Yes.
Do you have it currently so that I can encapsulate it in the teeth as I craft them?
No.
Would you like to purchase some poison to be encapsulated?
What kind of poison?
I have to honestly run down to another store and pick some up. So you tell me what you want, and I can tell you what it's going to cost. Or if you're the haggling type, which you don't strike me as, but just in case, you can head down. There's an apothecary in town. You can buy some poison. The Sea's Brew. It's the apothecary, or I can. I don't mind doing it for you. But I mean, I'd hate to ask, but I imagine you're looking for something pretty strong and fast.
Hmm.
All right. Well, my goodness.
Grisura is sitting cross-legged on the floor, reading, completely oblivious to the conversation.
Nice. Yeah, I think if you're looking to buy poison, anything that's worth its weight, you're looking at least 150 gold pieces. Almighty, Assassin's Blood is the cheapest, and that'd be around 150 gold. There's Drow poison, a little more punch. A Drow. I forgot that. I read it off the thing. Shame on me. There's a Dark Elf poison that runs about 200 gold pieces, a little more advanced. Um, Plus, you're looking at something that's got to be ingested. All the way up to there's Midnight Tears or Purple Worm Poison is 1,500 or 2,000 gold pieces, respectively. Those happen real quick, real fast, and are more surefire things. You buy on the cheaper end, you're looking more for, you get what you pay for, sort of. It'll probably work, but might not, or might not act as quickly as you like. Or if you just don't have the funds for all that right now, I can create a tooth and show you how to do the final sealing yourself. And that way, that sounds like an interesting challenge. I mean, I guess you wouldn't have a use for it a second time so making it refillable isn't really ideal, I suppose. Um, I don't know. You tell me. I can show you how to seal it properly, so you can put the poison in once you sort that out yourself if you wish.
Show me how to reseal it.
I'll charge you an extra gold piece for that. Make it 15 on the nose instead of 14. Fair enough. All right. Well, let me eye those up again and kind of ice the two things. All right. Give me about 30 minutes, right? And I'll have these out for you. Goes to the back, and begins tinkering away. Inside the store, you see all sorts of different interesting things. Arm braces that help with, punching or throwing. There's a mechanical clock, which is wild. Um, all sorts of stuff. An automatic tent that folds and unfolds itself. Self-turning barbecue spit. Handy. Um, some lanterns. Da 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 da. Music box. A parachute, which is a novel concept. Um, self-drilling pitons for the climbing into the stone. Just some interesting things like that. Um, and yeah, you find your way through. You wait a half an hour. He comes back out. Excuse me. All right. Well, here you go. Give me 10 minutes. I'll show you both if you're willing. You and Catherine, how to seal these up properly. Pull it in here. Goes over all the stuff, and you gotta hold it. You gotta hold it solid without moving an inch for at least 60 seconds. That'll get it to finish its seal proper, and then you won't have to worry about it until you want it to come out. That's it. Straightforward, I think.
Thank you.
Of course. I'd like to wish you luck, but I'm sure you got your reasons. So I think you'll find it'll, depending on the poison you use, should work just fine.
She puts the money down and walks away.
Oh, yeah, takes it. Catherine's like, yeah. Nice. All right. Anything else for Shar, Catherine, Gazura tonight?
Shar walks back into the shop to tell Grisura they're leaving.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm coming.
Nice. Okay. So you heading out, or where would you like to head next? There's plenty of taverns if you want to eat or drink or hear a story. There's the inn if you're looking just to get some rest.
Rest is fine for me.
I need to practice trancing again.
Nice. Catherine's like, okay. I worry a little for you when you your bloodshot eyes and stuff from that, but I know it's part of training. Oh, best of luck. Hope you get it tonight. Okay, and you all head to. Excuse me. The Coral Inn, which is the beachfront one. Again, rather palatial accommodations here. It's 8 silver pieces per person for the night, but their whole tagline, their motto is a wealthy experience for a comfortable price. Because it's run by the city, and it's wealthy level accommodations at a comfortable price of 8 silver instead of 2 gold. So if everyone's down for that, you can book yourself a room. And yeah.
Is it 10 silver to a gold?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I ask Grisura and Shar to make a perception check for me as you're checking in and getting ready for the night? sort of a bar off to the left, and off to the right, so sitting room, like a communal space.
18.
18. Nice. Okay. And Shar?
11, because my dice hate me.
That's okay. That's okay. 11's enough to hear. Do you hear not rowdiness because it's a nice, comfortable establishment and stuff, but you hear there's some sort of fun and games. You hear a call for the next arm wrestling contestant in the bar left. Don't have to do anything with it. You don't know if it's a regular thing or just tonight, but there is seem to be some fun and games, including an arm wrestling contest um, in the bar here tonight. But let me know if you're just looking for bed or what y'all like to do.
Shar
I
starts.
mean, it's less interesting than a bar brawl, but probably still interesting enough that Grisura would just turn left and go and probably not say anything.
Nice.
I don't know if they were in front of or behind or ran into Shar, but whatever.
Nice. Shar, what do you think you'd do then?
Shar was probably like walking towards wherever the room would be, and then upon hearing it without breaking her stride, starts turning and walking towards it.
Catherine will probably follow. Hey, wait. Oh. All right. Let me pull down to my notes here. So there is an arm wrestling contest. It's people having loud-ish but respectable, fun. No one's being shitty. People are being excited all together at this contest. There's 6 different little tables lined up where people can choose. People are already sat and doing this round, but they're taking new people if you all want to sign up for a quick little challenge for some fun. This round has their victors, and then they call up the next round of people. You two, the Grisura, Shar. I'll put Catherine on there too. The Grisura and Shar want to do some arm wrestling. Okay. So what I'm gonna have for arm wrestling, I think night anyway. I'm gonna test this out. Let me get into Provenance here. I'm gonna Catherine open. I'd like to ask you for a unique check. I'm actually going to ask you to roll a d20 and add both your athletics and your acrobatics things. I know that uses might use your proficiency twice. That's okay. So d20 plus athletics bonus plus acrobatics bonus. Because I think you can use both of those in arm wrestling. And I will do that for Kethri on my side. Acrobatics is 7. Holy shit! So 17 plus -1, -1 for athletics. So 16 for Kethri. Shar, what'd you get?
Also 16.
16. Okay, and Grisura.
20.
Woo, 20. All right. I roll against Grisura, and I'll roll against Shar. Roll against. Okay, all 3 of you almost at the same time is Cruiser, Shar, Catherine. All 3 of you win. This first round, yeah! And they offer you, all a drink. You don't have to take it, but there's a free drink with each round that you win.
Of course.
Nice. Oh, it's good. It's crisp. It's cold. Flavors are brilliant. Excellent. Come around for the second one. Everybody sits down, and I'll ask you all to do the roll once more, if that's okay. Oh, natural 20 for Catherine. So 26. Jeez, okay. Grisura, what'd you get?
24.
Nice. And Shar?
26.
I don't know that these people can beat any of you. Again, the 3 of you out of the 5. Second round, hands down, another free drink. More cheering with a cry. It's through this cheering that as these people are dismissing themselves, like good round, holding, nursing their arms, that the next contestant sit across from each of you. Another, contestant sits across from you, Grisura. I think Shar is probably to your left, and Kethri, to the left of Shar. Pulling up a seat across from Shar, you'll recognize Grisura pretty instantly. Morad hasn't really seen you yet. Has been in the crowd waiting their turn. Shar, there's a half orc gentleman that pulls up a seat. Gets ready to arm wrestle. Looks excited to arm wrestle one of these champions. Just really
I
focused.
give him a
on
shot in the upper arm.
Oh, sorry, the Shar or
Yeah, give him a punch. Punch. No, him.
right, nice. Oh no, Zora.
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here? Winning, by the looks of it.
Always did. Aren't you supposed to be leading a tribe or something?
Yeah, yeah. This part of my what's the word? Epic journey to better understand my role.
I see. Well, good luck. Kick her ass.
And you can tell maybe he's not doing the best job at taking this epic journey seriously. Uh, or maybe so. Yeah, so we'll do one final roll for the third round with everyone. Kethri 25. 24, it's a 23 for Kethri. Right, I don't do the others. Grisura, what'd you get for yours?
20.
Nice. And Shar?
22.
Okay. All right. Grisura slam, you win. Kethri's is Kethri gets no, because she had a 23. Kethri slam, she wins. And okay, now Morad's got some nice. That's what he rolled a 3. So Shar, you win too. Oh, excellent arm, says to Shar.
Hell is wrong with you? Can't even take her?
Listen.
Char sides eyes, Grisura.
You can try me if you want. And goes to push the person out of the seat across from you.
Let's go.
Go ahead and roll once more.
I've seen that look in your eyes before. You're always afraid of me when it comes to competition.
They once again rolled a 3, so they end up with like a 14.
19.
It's slam. You slam like well. You still got.
I'd like to incite them just to know kind of how intoxicated they are.
Okay.
How seriously they took that.
Absolutely. Yep.
Ooh, what's my site? -1. Okay, so 13.
13. A 13's enough to tell because they're definitely not hiding, anything, and it's pretty obvious that they've been drinking a decent bit. They're probably buzzed at a minimum. Not anything past drunk. They're not totally smashed or anything like that, but they're definitely in that like a loosey goosey stage of drinking. Oh God, a Grisera. Oof. Oh, stretched out his arm.
Grisura will shove him away. You're drunk.
I'm
Sleep
just.
it off.
All right, but listen. Good fight. Kind of points to you and Shar. we'll
Didn't look like you put up a good fight.
we'll we'll catch up then. We'll catch up later. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gestures drunkenly and it's seemingly heads out and up to a room to rest for the night. Uh, you all have free drinks the rest of the night for winning all 3 rounds. If you want to partake, don't have to.
Shar just goes to her room after.
Nice. Guess we'll wait and see what Grisura wants to do. Like, you staying up, Grisura? I'll drink with you if you
I
want.
think I need some air. Grisura's going to go
Oh.
just outside and
Okay.
for a short walk.
Castriel head to bed, and you head outside and just take that time to kind of clear your head.
Yeah, take a minute to clear her head. She'll at some point just let out a really just loud kind of battle cry because she's kind of frustrated.
Okay.
Hopefully not scaring passersby, but that's me speaking, not Berserk. I shouldn't have thought of it.
Gotcha. Okay, nice. Let's see. That. Um, let me see. Okay, yep. And we'll put a pin in that too. Okay, so I think everyone's on course for bedtime. Is there anything anyone else has? Ignatius, okay, what you got?
Yeah, they just would have been checking out the city for a bit,
Okay.
and then maybe for a bit he watches the tide roll in,
Oh, nice, nice.
and he's just he's looking at it. He's just pondering things and
Mm.
thinking to himself, and he's just sort of mumbling to himself. I think he's thinking over the past, the travels of the past 6 weeks. Over the plains of power, and all the way they went to get here, and how long it's been on the road. And then he starts, he's like, and he's thinking back to the Adventurers Guild, and he's like, they don't know, they have no idea. Just all right, Ignatius, just some drinks and some laughs, okay? Just some drinks and some laughs, and he heads back to the Adventurers Guild.
Okay. All right. Nice. Well, you get showered with attention, and probably affection from at least a few of the people at the table that are still there. Ecstatic that you came back to see them. It's the usual. They ask you a lot of questions about adventuring, but also lean over towards like questions about fire genasi and ultimately primordials and what are your thoughts on on this and that. Um, but there's a decent mixture of them like interested in you and your adventuring and stuff too. It's not as bad as it
Yeah,
gets sometimes.
he'll concentrate on those. Yeah, yeah,
Nice, nice,
yeah.
good. Well, everybody just thinks you're, the bee's knees. By the time it wraps up, I'm like, oh, wow, that's incredible. Uh, uh, I, I've had this image of cartography in my head too, like just as an aside from the adventures, like, but you make it sound so incredible. The relics, the dangers in these ruins. I don't know. This kind of sounded interesting.
Oh, it is. It is. It is. Can be. Can be. Yeah.
And
Sometimes you just gotta take a break and
mm,
enjoy the company, I guess.
and they get all excited, buy you all the drinks for the night, um, before you're able to head to bed. I mean, there's a couple that definitely ask if you want to be walked home. So you're welcome to do anything you like
Yeah,
with
he'll
that.
politely decline. Yeah, he's gonna keep his word. Just
Yeah.
laughs and drinks. Ignatius just laughs.
Nice, nice. And find your way back. Ash has got her hammock up, and
Um,
oh yeah,
I have something.
okay, what you got, Ash?
Ash, when she gets, after she gets back to the house,
Yes.
it's going to scurry over to her backpack, and it's going to her satchel and get a journal out of it, and then it's going to kind of like, just if it seems like people are asleep already, she'll like tiptoe outside, take Cassiopeia the broom with her, and we'll find a little spot to sit,
Okay.
and it's gonna be like chatting with Cassiopeia, and just like, okay, and she'll open up the journal that she brought outside, and the journal's last entry was like years ago.
Oh.
But she's going to get her inks out and a pen, and is going to start writing the person that she's looking for a letter.
Oh wow. Okay.
And just a little flavor. That's what the rest of this journal is that it's letters that she wrote to this person years ago and then stopped and starts writing again and is really excited as she's doing so.
Oh, nice. A little umami in the journal there. Nice.
Yeah.
Savory bits. That's awesome. Are
And then she'll
you?
head to bed after an hour or so.
Ah, okay. All right, so you're able to get your hammock strong, and Ignatius, at one point when you come in, you get yours hung up there, and and you do see like outside of the windows this night, the tide, comes in around the time you're getting there. It's 1 or so in the morning, and
Starts to get a little concerned. You sure this is gonna stop?
thankfully the bubble seems to hold. I think everyone's getting sleep. Is Grisura
Grisura will sleep, but Grisura wants to be up before dawn.
okay? So, I don't know if we still have any lingering battle stuff, but if so, consider giving a long rest and D&D Beyond. Otherwise, everybody will wake up the next morning. Grisura first at the break of dawn. In case is there anything Grisura would like to do first thing in the morning?
Absolutely. Gonna go get a pail of water
Mm-hmm.
from somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Go to Morad's room
Mm-hmm.
since she's gonna pay somebody to find out where it is
Mm-hmm.
and dump the entire pail of water onto him.
By the gods! Oh,
The hell are you doing?
oh, Grisura, oh. What do you?
She'll try and drag him up to his feet.
You get out of bed, lift him up. All right, Gazora, I'm up. I'm up. Oh my head. All right, what? Listen, are you asking me what I'm doing, like here instead of being back home, or what I'm
My
doing
understanding,
here?
the tribe is yours or will be one day. What are you doing drunk in a tavern? Don't give me this bullshit about you're learning the ways of the world so you can lead the tribe. You just got your ass handed to you by some tiefling. Getting soft, Morad.
Yeah, I probably am.
Why?
I don't know, Kazura. I don't know if I mean you left. You left. Some things happened after you left, and I don't know if it's my place to say anything. I don't know
Tell
if
me. We don't have secrets. We've known each other too long.
there's the tribe is it's split, right? There's some sort of I don't know when it first started happening, but some members of the tribe started behaving, differently than we know. I mean, we're all tight knit, right?
Of course.
We know one another, but it's just some dark behavior started creeping up, and some, just a few at first, and more. By the time it was something to be addressed, there was almost half the tribe.
What did your father do?
Um, my father's one of the ones affected.
So what did you do? You challenged him to trial by combat, took over the tribe? What did you do?
I did. I did. Um, he well, this is what he did. He pulls up the back of his shirt to show like not only like a battle wound, but there's in the language that your native language there. Um, I'm trying to think of the right of a not super nasty way to put it, but derogatory things carved into his back and outcast and words like that. Um, I started traveling to try and find someone who might know what was happening. Um, Led to a lot of dead ends so far. I guess I've gotten a little off track. It's a lot of our friends, and the rest are just I don't know how they
This is
deal
my
with it.
fault. I shouldn't have left. I
And
shouldn't have left you.
whatever this was, it was subtle. I don't know that. I mean, listen. I always thought very highly, obviously, of your skills. And we've always been back and forth, challenging each
Of
other.
course.
But whatever this was sneaky. It was quiet until it wasn't. So many people. I my next goal was to get. I'm going to be heading to Artwood. I've sailed up and around the coast so far. Um, asking different wizard colleges, different magic users, different keepers of lore, um, about these symptoms, that have come up. We get a little everyone that exhibited these behaviors started getting a bit of a after behaviors showed a kind of a glaze over their eyes, like a thin coating of a haze. Lost some pallor, some of the color to their skin. They don't eat as much, but they seem to be in the same health. At least I've written down the symptoms that I tracked. They do, but I've been pointed to Arkwood. Been ported here for a week. Just, I think, wallowing a little in myself. Pity. Thank you. A literal wake up call. Figurative.
Talking about my family, our family. Tell me everything you know. Everything.
All right. He'll go on and
You don't have
talk.
to role play that out.
Yeah.
We can...
He'll share, all the things, all the symptoms. He'll share, like, he's got, like, the seed of fear put in him from that battle with his dad. There was something extra dark and twisted and in that experience and in the dad's eyes and stuff. And that's sort of what he's gotten hung up on here. Um, but shares all the symptoms. Shares that, again, headed to Arkwood because they have this incredible, they've got a museum, they got a bunch of lore and all sorts of knowledge there, multicultural knowledge. And he's hoping to find some answers there. And seems to be remotivated after engaging with you and getting the wake up stuff. Like, I'll get some answers. I will. I'll make this right. There's others there still okay, under the thumb of those that are behaving this way, but can fight once we know what we need to fight, how to fight it.
With you, of course. My family too. This was supposed to be our responsibility. That's what everybody said, right? You heard it too. It was ours.
Yeah. I know.
Don't get any ideas.
I won't. I know what that exactly what that meant to you. And I respect that. I don't want you to have any of that burden. I'll I'll look for answers. You're okay with it? Like to maybe pick up a sending stone and something I can keep in touch with you, let you know what I find. But if you don't want, listen.
I feel like I should go with you. I don't know what to do.
Right now, I don't know what's taking them over, but it's our people. Nothing. We don't know, what to attack or how to attack it. if you're traveling about and doing things, maybe you can look for answers for these symptoms too. I think we need to know what it is we're dealing with and how to attack it, so we can save the people and just get rid of whatever's got them in their grasp. The two of us going to Arkwood. I mean, that's two people asking all the same people the same questions. You're
You're
heading in
right.
a different direction. Ask around, ask about. Get a sending stone. We'll
I mean,
coordinate information.
you're right. You always were the clear-headed one.
Uh, sometimes, Chris. Sometimes.
Almost always the clear-headed one. Not the smarter one.
uh...
All right. Yes.
All right.
That's what we'll do. There may be a creature or two with wisdom that I can talk to. When we get the answer, we go back. We take him out. I
All
know he's your
right.
father, but the strongest lead the tribe.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I gotta say, I feel re-energized in a way I just haven't since all this took place. Thank you.
Good. It's a long ass road to Arkwood. Get your wait. Sending stone. Sending stone. Then go.
I'll pick that up right away. All right. Thank you,
I've
Kazura.
got some gold. How much do we need?
Um, I'll look up the. He's gonna get a discount one because I don't. You'd have to incur too much of that. I think it'd probably be 50 gold, 25 gold if you've got it. But I can cover it too. You know, I've got uh, decent coinage on me. That's traveling.
Get a good one that doesn't break. She gives him 50 gold.
Thank you. All right, we'll do this together then. Kind of, hold the hand up for the.
Yeah.
So he'll go and immediately pick that up just to make sure I don't forget it, and come back and deliver, and let you know I'm heading out this afternoon, out to Arkwood. I will keep you posted. Find out, and please do the same.
Move swiftly. Went well. Touch.
Go to the shoulder slap, and heads on out. Is Grisura headed back to Eris's house after that, or are you taking a little time and then headed back, or?
Oh, Christine will have a good cry now that that's all over with for sure. Just wherever she happens to be standing.
Okay, nice. Oh, oh good. Let's see. All right. So I think everyone else, Shar and Ketcher's gonna go with you. Are you headed back to Eris's house place?
Uh, well, first, can I roll for how the trancing went?
Oh yeah. I'm so sorry. You have to do that. Con save.
Just because it's the end of the night, what's our DM inspo?
I think it's a D8. Yeah.
8. All right, 9.
Yeah, it's rough. Again, you got the first 2 hours down these days. Third and fourth proving difficult, but it was a good attempt. You learned some things, like what distracts you, and what to try and work on to not be distracted. Oh, it's all progress. Very good. Okay. Again, after all that, Shar, so you have 1 point of exhaustion, Shar, for today. Are you headed back to Eris? Okay. So it sounds like ultimately everyone's going to end up back at Eris's house at one point. Okay, and I'll sort of let you all just do a quick planaroo. If you have anything for like what you want to tackle this next day, a couple of you have been told about the harbor master, and whatever else you might want to do in town.
Eris caught fish for breakfast
Yum,
in
yum,
their
yum, yum.
living room.
Nice, nice.
Ignatius will wake up late
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you will.
and like stumble down and see that the water level has rised up to the living room.
Yeah.
And dunk his head in the water, and steam comes pouring up out of it. Because that never fixes it, but I still do it.
Well, that's one way to deal with a hangover. Here's another way, and she'll like make a quick like fish sandwich and give it to him.
Thanks. Oh, damn.
Cute.
That's awesome.
Well, here goes.
I had no idea Eris hated Ignatius, but here we are.
No, genuinely, it works.
Ignatius will look at it and go, but what are the alternatives? All right, here goes
I could,
nothing.
if you want, I could slap you awake.
It's
That
the
won't be
thing we do
necessary.
now. Yeah. That's awesome.
But thank you for the offer.
I'll slap you anytime you want.
Okay.
Amazing.
And I mean that in a friendly way.
Yeah.
I mean, and the plan is once everybody has shown up, he will share what he learned at the Adventure Guild with them.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank you, Bactari. All right, so Ignatius shares about the portmaster and
The under,
oh,
he'll basically say, does the look at Eris, I guess. Have you ever heard Selphine? Underwater city, I should say.
you'd probably be
Have,
familiar with that, Eris. Yeah, like yeah, you probably
well,
wouldn't
it's
have
like
been
a
there, but
is it like a folk tale? Like, oh, there's this underwater city
uh,
no one's been to, or is this kind of like a, oh yeah, the people from the college go there to do archaeological digs and stuff
it's
every so
it's sort of
often.
like an existing city for underwater folk that's maybe like 8 days of land travel out. You know that there are people at the port. There's usually a cleric or someone that casts some magic for transportation there. So it's an existing city that operates. You get a lot of trade from there that goes through the underwater trade port. So it's there. You probably just haven't been there, but because it's 4 days straight of underwater travel in this spell and back. So
So, in other words, she'll tell him that and just kind of laugh. We're probably not going then.
Well, it's I kind of got a job to look into it because that's where some of our strange happenings are happening
Ah,
near
Hmm.
there.
that makes sense. My parents told me that it was quite a ways out.
We
Yeah,
think the dragon is there?
could have like, get some- yeah, the
Eris
things.
looks at her parents to see how they react.
Grisura didn't think before they spoke. You know Grisura better than that.
I know, but she was wondering, like,
They
do
kind of
they
cock
know what a
their
dragon
heads.
is? Like, hang on, wait, what
They
were
kind
their
of
reactions? Like, do they know what a dragon is?
they don't seem to know at all. They're kind of like a what? Like what is she
All
worrying
right.
us out there? Yeah.
Ignatius will just say in almost in a louder voice. Yeah, the things we need to investigate are near that underwater city. We need to look into some things just for some gold. That's all. We're getting paid to do a job. Trying to cover.
I would admit, when I thought I might save the world someday, I really thought I could do it without going out to sea. It's just not working out for me.
Ah,
See's a big place.
This continent's pretty small. The ocean's a lot larger.
well,
I don't like that.
It's great.
thanks to our adventures, I think I'll be able to help us out on that front, but we'll see.
Anybody else want a sandwich for hangovers?
Oh, I'll take one. I don't have a hangover, but
Fish sandwich.
Ooh.
Dressing is homemade.
Nice.
Ignatius is gonna watch Ash for her first couple bites, so he can figure out whether or not it's the hangover or the sandwich.
Nice.
It's a
I
seal.
rolled, and you'll see a kind of like immediate reaction of like, but then she'll kind of change it to like a smile and be like,
Nice.
"It's fine, yeah."
It's a sea elf delicacy.
Shar will take one and try it with no reaction.
Nice.
As to be expected.
She eats turtle shell soup. I don't think that fish sandwich.
Fish
is-
sandwich.
Nice. May I ask everyone to do a quick perception check for me?
No.
Nice. Damn it. No, just kidding.
I mean, you can ask, but
Yeah.
we're not going to consent to this
That's
nonsense.
awesome.
Yeah.
Is it something weird that's happening in my home?
I mean, it could be.
Because with how familiar, can I argue for advantage with how familiar Eris is with these surroundings to notice something different?
This one probably wouldn't be affected by that. Sorry. Sorry.
I rolled a lily.
Oh no! Well, let's go up that way. So
Once
one, do you
tonight.
have any mods, or is it just?
A perception?
Mhm.
4.
Okay. Yay!
She's
What are you
busy
complaining
making
about?
sandwiches.
Yeah.
I rolled a lily and got a 0. Your 4 sounds amazing to me.
Wow.
Oh no! So 0. Oh no!
I'm not really
Eris is
sure how
trying
I'm
to
feeling
offer
about
her
my
a
name
sandwich.
being associated with such shitty rolls.
I'm so sorry.
Hilarious. Well,
Thought it was funny at first, but now everyone's rolling
Aw,
ones
yeah.
and it's less.
That's so funny.
We can retcon that, I guess. I don't know.
So 4 for Eris, 0 for Gazura. Shar, what'd you get? I rolled a lily. No. Anticipation. What'd you get, Shar?
Oh, sorry. I rolled a 3 for a 9.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Can I roll for my
Must
parents?
be nice.
23.
Thank you, Ignatius. Ash?
I got an 18.
Okay. Ash and Ignatius notice only. So sorry. You're all sitting in this living space and chatting. Ignatius and Ash, you're probably like sort of next to one another, and you're over, across from you is Char and Kethri, and there's all this beautiful decor along the walls and everything, and this brilliant sort of wide mirror, but it's tucked behind a lot of like candles and other things on a server behind that. And you're watching, the Shar, the horns between Kethri and the wings and everything moving in the reflection as well. Um, as Kethri is like turned, like watching Char's eat the sandwich and looking for a reaction. Um, Char's face is unmoving, but Kethri's face is unmoving rather. But in the reflection, Kethri's face turns, faces the room, and as you see this very unnatural thing take place, Kethri's face in the reflection begins to dissolve a bit, and a different form, a different person, a different woman face is imposed over, and then it warps really quick back to the actual reflection of Kethri, and that's where we'll end tonight's session.
But everything else in the like reflection looked the same.
Everything else
except
is fine.
Catherine's.
Dan, you can't do that when she's not here.
Oh
Well,
no!
I did it at the end.
Not her, it's her
Yeah.
reflection.
No.
She's fine.
But no, because what's wrong with her? Why is her reflection doing that? Ugh.
Yay!
Oh no! Yay!
Yeah, you want to drop a bomb?
All the
Ew.
bombs.
Not in my
You
childhood
can.
home.
I mirror. I'm looking at mirror again. Yeah. Well, thankfully, yeah, Eris didn't end up seeing it, so you won't have to be scarred with the.
Probably. She might have punched the mirror.
Yeah. Away with thee.
Oh my!
Sorry,
Yeah.
Mom. Poof. Punch the mirror.
We'll get a new one. Oh, awesome. Well, thank you so much. Amazing players, and fantastic viewers. And again, Victari for the raid. Thank you so much. Oh, and the redeems
Yes.
too. Let me hydrate here. And stretch. Oh,
Oh.
so many snapping bone sounds. That's okay. I'm sure it's fine. You've been watching one of our new campaigns, well, the newest, Provenance. High drama, high fantasy. A lot of amazing players here, role play stories, so many cool things going on. If you had fun, consider giving us a follow. We have 3 different D&D campaigns across the week that we play, and that we can be alerted. But either way, thank you so much for being here and hanging out with us. It's always such a blast to have you in chat. We're gonna raid our friends over at Dork Tales. I think they might have follower chat. I'm so sorry. I clicked on their chat, but forget that it no longer tells you if you are a follower. They don't tell you if they've got on. Anyway, really good content. So hopefully you get to at least watch and enjoy. And hope to catch you back, if not for other campaigns, at least next Friday, to see like what's going on with so much of this stuff. See if we roll any more lilies the next Friday. Oh,
Oh
no, sorry.
no!
All right, so off we go to raid. Consider giving a call a Madbird raid when we hop over there, if you're willing. And we'll catch you all soon. Take care, everybody. Have a great night.
Bye.
Bye.
The eyebrow. Um,